So 2 weeks ago, one person accused Brett Kavanaugh of committing a sex crime in 1982. The 4 other people present deny it happened. Those are the facts we have on the table. For this, the left has called him a sex criminal, an attempted rapist, and tried to destroy his life. He fought back yesterday. Now his persecutors have a new argument. Watch.
We know one thing. He does not have the temperament to be a judge.
He basically had a tantrum and showed that he doesn't have the temperament to be a Supreme Court justice. You just felt like, oh, well, that's what he's like when he's angry and belligerent when he's drunk.
His temperament is just not suited.
My opposition solidified because of temperament and fitness, which I believe he lacks.
Senator Blumenthal, fresh from Carlson, delivering his verdict here. Chris Hahn is an attorney, radio host, and former aide to Senator Chuck Schumer. He joins us tonight. So I think this is the most Orwellian argument maybe I've ever seen. So you attack the guy as a sex criminal, an attempted rapist, a drunk, someone who's unfit not just to be a Supreme Court justice but to live in this country. And when he gets mad about it and defends himself, you say, look at him. He's an abuser because he got mad. Like, what? It's too unfair, actually.
Well, when you're weak on the law, pound the facts. When you're weak on the facts, pound the law. When you're weak on both, pound the table and scream like hell. That's what he did. Judges are not supposed to scream like hell. They're not supposed to be partisan like he was. And it was, quite frankly, a disappointing display by Judge Kavanaugh, one that no judge would ever accept. I worked in the federal courts. I worked in the state courts. I have never seen anything like that. That is not something you would expect to see from a level-headed jurist.
Okay, but the level-headed jurist was just accused of a sex crime he says he didn't commit. His reputation's been destroyed.
Right.
He will never work again unless he gets this job. You know that to be true. If I said, hey, Chris, I have no evidence of it, but someone told me anonymously that you're a rapist, and I'm going to tell your kids about it until they don't like you anymore, and your neighbors won't speak to you, and you would be very upset. I would be upset. It happened to me. I was upset. And it's okay because it's legitimate to be upset.
And I would not be behaving. I would not be behaving like a Supreme Court judicial nominee. He is a Supreme Court judicial nominee who should always present himself.
So
as
how
such.
should senators behave? Should senators be, especially members of the Judiciary Committee, should they be honest?
Right.
Should they be fair? Should
senators.
Should they stop trying to destroy
should behave
people for
however their
reasons?
voters will accept. Senators stand before the voters and are approved by the voters. This man stands before Congress.
However
the standard is higher.
Accept.
He's going for a lifetime appointment, sir. A lifetime appointment, Tucker. Come
Whatever
on.
it takes.
You gotta have a higher standard.
Well, that was the most revealing answer I got. You know, it's Friday. I'm at the end of the show. I'm sorry it took this long just to get a really clear answer. They should behave whatever voters are put up with.
I like to give you know I always give you a clear answer, Tucker, which is why you keep me on the air. But
I'll be thinking about it all weekend.
But here is
We're
the
almost
thing,
at time.
Tucker.
Sum it up
the
for me.
President of the United States, Donald Trump, said specifically there should be no doubt. How could we have no doubt after yesterday? I'm sorry. There's plenty of doubt
of Kavanaugh's story. There really are two countries. Because I mean this, I'm not a partisan Republican. I don't even like the Republicans very much. But I watched him yesterday and I really felt for him. And I turn on the other channels and they're like, white privilege! I mean, that's like, we don't see the world the same way at all.
Tucker? I mean, the question is,
I did believe her. Hold on, stop. So I believed her. Wait, I believed her. I think she thinks she's telling the truth. There's no evidence she's telling the truth, but I believe she believes it. That doesn't make it true. It's an important distinction.
Yeah.
I've always thought she meant it, and I feel sorry for her. Anyway, we're out of time. Chris, thank you.
Most people who are reliving a traumatic experience will not have evidence of it 30 years later.
No evidence required, no. Just the accusation. Thank you. Well, it's been an exhausting week in Washington. We're whipped. You probably are, too. What have we learned from it? Dan Bongino has thought deeply. He joins us next.